going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up. We had some altcoins make some moves. Guys, do not forget today is options. We run into the weekend. We know we're the only game in town. And like I stated, altcoins should get a slight pump. But guys, we see yields on the move. And like I told you, I expect a pullback next week. We do know Jerome is going to be in the house, but we know they only want the market to look good while he's there. And we're starting to see more holes in the economy. Now we have VanEck says a recession won't keep Bitcoin from reaching new highs in 2024. And we know we no longer have to guess. The only thing we have to do is follow the Fed. When we saw the reallocation of money go to AI, we saw small caps take a beating. And the same thing when it comes to next year and going forward. We know all this technology is coming in. A lot of money is going to be pushed towards this new digital economy. Not that the Fed is going to be printing new money. The fact is there's going to be a new reallocation of the actual funds. Only thing we have to do is sit back, watch the Fed. Like I told you, I definitely see a distraction coming up the first quarter. We pull back, but we also know we have to watch out for when the emerging markets are going to flip that switch. Remember, the emerging markets are going to drive up the digital asset use. You're talking about billions of people moving over to a new economic system. And remember, they're moving first. Then the United States is going to follow. But remember, America to Babylon has to fall along with the United States world reserve currency in order for China the dragon to rise with that new currency. Remember, guys, this is a plan and moves in phases. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are on the move up. We have the dollar pulling back, and that's the only reason why the stocks are in the green. We have volume and crypto slightly up. We have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $825 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. But, guys, I'm going to bring you a video on the banks tonight. And I'm going to try to do a video on the actual housing this weekend. Because there's a lot going on in housing. And over these next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see housing prices plummet. You guys know I did a video recently on it. But Monday, I was listening to someone either on CNBC or Bloomberg. I was in the hospital with my mom. I'm going to try to pull the clip. But they went into it in a little detail about all the affordable homes that are about to come on the scene. And we see the government pushing this affordable home agenda. So we know there's a mission behind it. We know they don't want to give us cheap housing for any reason. But we know the sheep fall for it every time. But we know we're about to go through hyper deflation because we know they want to lay off the masses in order to bring in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale. It's in about $34.2 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Jack Dorsey's Block Inc. launches self-custody Bitcoin wallet BitKey, and it's available in over 95 countries. And again, these wallets are the foundation for this digital transformation. They want to make it as seamless as possible for the sheep. Now we have Armenian culture heritage site tokenized on Solana's blockchain to preserve culture heritage for future generations. And we know everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain, but this is so they can put it inside the metaverse. Remember, they want to take this real world and move it into the virtual world, where nothing will be real. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have BBVA migrates its crypto custody services to Ripple-owned Metaco's Harmonize. And this will allow BBVA to connect to other blockchains. Now we have Uphold launches self-custody wallet that supports Ripple's XRP token. And we have access to all these wallets, but it's only going to be a handful of wallets left. We know how this ends. We've seen this movie before. Now we have Chainlink staking V0.2. Early access goes live. 11 million staked in 30 minutes. And don't forget why Chainlink is so important. Chainlink gives Swift and the NWO the all-seeing eye. And then lastly, guys, we have the movie continues. We have Binance CZ stuck in the United States, which we should be getting plenty of interviews from, even just sitting around doing nothing, waiting on his sentence. But guys, we know the movie is just not done yet, and that's the reason why he's still here. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.